Thame in Oxfordshire, where Robin Gibb's funeral cortege is moving from his home towards St Mary's Church. Friends and family of Robin Gibb walking behind the hearse there as it makes its way to the church for his funeral service. Rachel Younger is there for us. Rachel.
Yes, very moving scene here in the market town of Thame in Oxfordshire that Robin Gibb called home. As you saw, his family and friends, very many of them there, leaving the house that he had lived in with his wife Dwena for over 30 years. The funeral procession led, as you would expect, by his mother Barbara, now in her 90s. An incredibly difficult day for her. She is burying the third of her 4 sons. The remainder, Barry, the last survivor of the Bee Gees, walking alongside her as that procession makes its way slowly through the town. And I'm told there are 200 to 300 people lining the high street there along to the town hall. And then the cortege will loop back upon itself and double back to St Mary's Church, which is just across the road from the home belonging to Robin Gibb here. The cortege pulled by 4 horses, led by a lone piper, and you saw there a guard of honour being formed by the young men and women of 594 Thames Squadron Air Cadets. Robin Gibb opened their building here. He was a huge supporter of the armed forces, and in particular the RAF, raising a lot of money for them, and the champion of a memorial which will be unveiled to the Battle of Britain heroes Bomber Command later this month, something that he would have loved to have seen. That procession making its way to the church and followed movingly by his 2 well-loved Irish wolfhounds, Ollie and Missy. The service will begin very shortly. You can hear the bells ringing out from this 13th century church. And it will be the song that perhaps made the Bee Gees most famous of all, How Deep Is Your Love, that will be played as the coffin is borne into the church by Barry Gibb and 2 of Robin Gibb's sons, along with a number of the funeral directors there, all 3 of his grown-up children in attendance at the church. And it will be they who courageously will pay tributes to their father, just 62-year-old when he died. And as so many of the fans I've spoken to have said today, a man with an awful lot more to give. The other piece of music that will be played out, it will be a recording because his family wanted Robin Gibb's voice to be heard today, will be a piece of music he wrote for the Titanic Requiem. It was premiered at the Albert Hall just a little while before his death, just weeks before his death. He was too ill to attend. He wrote it with his son RJ. And the lyrics of that, incredibly moving. It's a song about not crying alone and will be incredibly poignant in the circumstances of his funeral. He will be laid to rest in the small country churchyard here in Thame, where a memorial to his younger brother Andy sits, and he will be buried just a few metres from that after the service here. It'll be a very traditional service indeed. We have been given a copy of the order of service, the hymns, Be Thou My Vision, O Lord of my heart, Jerusalem, then a reading of the Lord's Prayer, and then I Vow to Thee, My Country, along with Psalm 23. And Robin Gibb's wife, Duina, will read a poem she's written called My Songbird Has Flown before that last piece of music, Don't Cry Along, and a prayer of commendation for Robin Gibb, who, of course, left behind so much music as his legacy.